CJ, your favorite scuba diver here with Deep South Divers. I am already in the water, turning on my lights and camera, and talking to my tender topside, that is Hunter.
Show it to me.
So he's giving me a location of the issue, and I tell him, right here? Okay, I'm going down, see ya. This is the U.S. Coast Guard cutter CHINOOK. She has sprung a leak, and my job today is to locate that leak, take some pictures, some video of the issue. It is literally a hole in the bottom of the vessel. It is leaking in pretty badly, and they have plugged it with wooden plugs, so I'm expecting to see wood sticking out of the bottom of the boat. Now, I know that it was right around this area where these two grates are. That metal that you see sticking there, sticking out between the two grates, that is the center line of the boat, also known as the keel. It should be just to the port or left side of the keel.
It's behind the sea chest. Yep. The sea chest has holes drilled in it. They're not slots, so I can't see up there to be able to see the plug sticking down at me. Now it looks to me to be a half-inch socket. If you've got one on board, let me pull that grate down. We'll take a look, see if we can find it. Now, this right here is where I've got that grate, the grate for the sea chest.
Yes, sir.
There's one forward also, it's larger. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it'll be this one right behind line there, the smaller one.
Yep. What's forward? You have another one?
There's another sea chest on board, yes, sir.
Okay, so you do know that.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Just to make sure that I know that I'm on the right spot.
Okay.
So I'm on the right spot.
Yes, sir.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that hole is just port of center line.
Just port, yep.
Okay, because there's two sea chests, or two grates for the sea chest. So I'll pull the 4 bolts out of the port side sea chest. And I'll bring the bolts, well, I'll keep the bolts on me, I've got pockets, so I'll keep the bolts on me. Once the grate falls down, I'm gonna bring it to you. Okay? So you keep it up there just so I don't drop it. It'd suck to turn this into search and recovery. So, socket set, I think it's half-inch, might be 9/16.
Hey, deep well?
No.
No, shallow?
Yes. I love this suit. Very. I feel like I'm floating around in a waterbed.
That's me talking about the new Bear Sentry, which is due out in a couple of months. I've been testing that suit for them, and I absolutely love it. It's a great suit. So what I'll do here, since I haven't been able to find the wooden plugs sticking out of the bottom of the boat, I'm pretty convinced that they're right in this area and underneath of this grate. So I'll take the bolts out. And I was originally going to drop that grate out and hand it to them. But I was able to swing it. The bolts are long enough that you can just kind of hinge on one bolt and swing it to the side, which is what I'm doing right there. And I'll leave it up there to make things easy. So this right here is inside of the sea chest, and I'm looking for wood plugs sticking down. Should be right there. Earlier I went inside the vessel to make some mental notes and take some measurements and stuff and know exactly where those plugs are, and that's exactly where they should be, and I see nothing but good metal. No holes, no plugs, no nothing. Can't figure it out. I've got my hand on what used to be a sacrificial anode. and the sacrificial anode is gone. All that's left is the mounting strap.
Andrew.
Andrew's my point of contact for the Coast Guard,
So those plugs
for the Chinook.
are part of the center line, right?
Yes, sir.
Do I have the right sea chest?
Yes, sir.
I've removed the grate, and I don't see any plugs sticking out. Should have a double hole.
No.
Where are the plugs?
You see the curvature of it in there, like on the...
I can see the curvature. And those plugs are forward of the valve, right?
Yep.
That's how I remember it.
You want us to take out the plug and try to push something through?
No. You should have two seacocks, two valves.
Maybe about a quarter inch of the plug should be sticking out.
I should have something. All I can see is pretty metal. So, so let me ask you this. You've got two seacocks side by side with the center of the boat running down the, with the keel running down the center, right? You got the longitudinal center of the boat. This is this seacock on the port side. Just forward of that seacock is where those holes are.
Yes, sir.
All right, armed with a little bit of new information and a whole lot of confusion, I'm going to go ahead and take that strap off. Maybe the plugs are sticking out underneath of the strap, and the strap is in the way, and I just can't see them. But since that strap is spent, that anode is spent, and it's not doing any good anyway, it's going to be replaced in a month or two. I'll go ahead and just kind of move that out of the way. See what we can find under that. And there's our culprit. If you look very closely at that stud, you can see wood sticking out around that bolt. I'm pointing at it going, there it is. Yep, wood sticking out from around that bolt. Very strange, but that's how it goes. I'll come up here and kind of talk to them a little bit about it. I've gone ahead and removed the rest of the strap. I'll hand that off to the tender.
Give me your hand.
There's a nut, some hardware.
Got a nut, a couple washers. That's a strap used to hold the zinc. Zinc's gone.
Checking my gloves. A lot of sharp stuff around here, and I'm making sure that those stay waterproof.
Stay put for another 10 minutes. I'm gonna come up with an assessment.
Those gloves do stay waterproof, and they're excellent. I mean, just amazing. The Showa 720. But here I am back down here again. Let's inspect the aft stud. I don't see any issues there. When we make our way forward to the forward stud, very clearly now you can see that wood is sticking out around that bolt. Corrosion actually occurred around the stud. If you look closely at the bottom paint, you can see that it has that electricity or galvanic corrosion has burned all of the bottom paint off around that stud. So I offered to them a quick solution. They declined. They wanted to think about it for a couple of days. So my job now is just to reinstall the grate provide for them a solution and an estimate for that solution, and I did come back 24 hours later and go ahead and install the solution, which was an epoxy patch around that stud, and fix it. The video for that will be coming out shortly here in the next day or two.
Where that current is kicking now.
Of course, tide has changed, and as per Savannah Waters, it's rolling.
Coming up. There you go.
The last time I was in between a ladder and a boat in this suit, I ended up in the hospital. I blew out a knee. It was real bad, very painful. So I'm very careful about climbing ladders on large piers like this, especially when there's a boat on my back. I'll go ahead and disassemble my rig for the tender so that he can go ahead and begin rinsing. And I'll pop the camera off and show you who's speaking here. Yours truly. Thanks for watching.